and I sowed onion seeds, which ended up as a failure. We also had some torrential rain and high winds, and that caused damage, both at home and on the plot. Here I've got 2 holes in the polytunnel. An odd day when we had some fine weather, and then the rest of the month was spent in the shed. I made the turn buttons for the enviro frames to replace the rotten plastic. I bought a new tool bag from Aldi. I completed the top of the potting bench. We had access problems for most of the month due to cable laying, so we had to walk to the plot, couldn't use the car. The potting bench was completed, and the harvesting was mainly spring cabbage, which had overwintered fine, and when the access was finished it enabled me to load mushroom compost. March began with seed sowing, which was mainly the leeks and beetroot, and there was some cabbage done as well. We experienced frost in the early hours, which unfortunately I did not protect against, and I lost the lot. This was then followed by another bout of snow, and the last of the previous root crops, which is Swede, were all harvested. We had a purge of plastic on the allotment due to the TV programme Blue Planet, and my efforts were hopeless, a total failure. Uncovered and prepared my first no-dig bed. New strawberry plants are showing fresh green shoots, and it's now time to strip the runner bean bed of the canes and prepare the ground no dig. And all the seeds sown earlier in the month have all fired, with the exception of the leeks, which will show but not yet. The weather in April was unusual to what I expected at this time of year. Clear skies bringing bright sunshine in the day with cold nights. Frosts in the morning developing with a mist before the sun burns them off. Remember, only a couple of weeks ago we were experiencing a snow blizzard. This wreaked havoc with the temperatures in the polytunnel. And the last batch of seeds, they're doing quite well, but I'm experiencing difficulty with the next batch for succession sowing. Some plants, such as the greyhound cabbages, were large enough for planting outside. The ground was more than warm enough for some direct sowing of root crops, parsnips, swede, carrots. No faith in the carrots, but later on they will give a surprise harvest. 20th of April, the early potatoes showed through. Onions are looking good now, but the forthcoming heat, they suffered. Later on, the salad bar proved to be one of this year's successes. Approaching the end of the month on the 23rd of April, St George's Day, broad beans are looking good. Strawberries need netting for protection as the flowers are beginning to centre up. Onions sown by seed have been planted out and the bed is now given a general hoeing over. As protection for the ever-bearing strawberries, I built a frame. These strawberries are further advanced than the ones in the main strawberry bed. The boundary hedge is preventing access to the strawberry bed, so a bit of pruning is required. Blackberries will require protecting as the fruits are starting to develop on those. And it's time to sow some peas. I'd already pre-grown the Allotment and they're now in. A week further on, some sunshine, and we now have our first picking of strawberries. Onions seem to have slowed down and a lot of them are going to seed. These are the leeks that were pricked out into a box. They would be needed to be planted out fairly soon. This is exciting. I've got some fig fruits forming. Must have a word with Woody to know when they're ready for picking. Brussels sprout plants planted out. Hope these will be ready for Christmas. Here we can see the salad bed, and just moving a shot up to the main crop potatoes, then back again, and the second earlies which are in the buckets. And then a general view of the salad bed. June was a month of nature eating up my produce. I was attacked by slugs and caterpillars. Why they left the Brussels sprouts and the cabbages alone, I don't know, but they devastated the cauliflower. Wood chip was collected and then spread in between the beds. All the paths were given a new coat of wood chip, which started to make it look a little bit tidier. And this is all the plants that are in that last shot. It's quite busy. During the month of June I planted the sweet corn. I didn't grow them myself. There were reject plants from the local garden centre and I bought them 50 for £1. 50 plants for £1. The main job on the allotment in June and from now on is basically just keeping it tidy, weeding and plenty of watering, just letting it grow. This is the conclusion of the first 6 months from January to the end of June, and I'm going to conclude with the 6 questions that's been asked on this challenge. And it's, what was my best crop of 2018? Well, without a doubt it was broad beans. 2, what was my worst crop of 2018? My onions. Well, with the onions it's plant heated treated sets, which I've already done. 4, what was my biggest challenge of 2018? Well, that was cutting back the boundary hedge. That was a mammoth task. Plant more broccoli with succession in mind. I'm going to finish the southwest corner. I'm going to complete the rabbit fence and see how close to eliminated plastic on my plot I can go. In no particular order. There's 1, Woody, who gave me advice with my figs. 2, Mike Hurdis, who inspired me a different way of growing my dwarf French beans, and I tried it out and it was a success, and I'm going to continue that next year. Then there was Muddy Boots, whose tip to me was to purchase heat treated onions, which I've done, and they're in. 4, Allotment Grow How, that was Adam, whose videos inspire me to improve my video quality. Then there was Castle Hill with his uploads, and in particular with my celeriac. I'd never grown celeriac before, and what I learnt from him put me in good stead. Got to mention Charles Downing with the no dig guru, and the special advice he gave me on sweet corn. He had no need to do that, but he did, and sweet corn was the second best crop for 2018, but that was in the July to December. And now there's Steve of Seaside Allotment, whose art of succession growing leaves one in wonder, and I try and follow, and he certainly inspires me to do succession growing. Finally, and not least, I've got to mention Terry the Robotic Gardener with his tests, trials and tribulations, just to mention a few. Well, that's it for this first half of the year. I'm sitting down now and producing July to December, but December's not actually finished. I've still got some clips taken of work I've been doing there. So till then, bye.